alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, and guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Nittany Lions will get this season underway as toe meets leather. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. This crowd bringing in ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Running back searching for a hole. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Line gets set, first down. Quarterback checking off. Trying to get the edge on the toss. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. To the ground with the back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
He's got his man. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Line of scrimmage is at the 28. That would make it about a 45-yard field goal attempt. They're going to go for it instead on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he showed you the arm talent on the throw.
They want to run it left here. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Third down coming up.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Time to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be dragged down. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Finds the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it on the right. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter.
With the score, Penn State 3, Alabama 0.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Powers forward. Hard-hitting tackle. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. On 2nd and goal, they believe he's got a nose for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and a little apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to Oregon State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. A running back has it. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys who like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
Forget the kick. He wants to throw it. And the pass is caught, and the fake works. They get the first. And the tackle was made, but that fake worked to perfection to pick up the first down.
Man, that is awesome. That gets the juices going. That gets everybody excited. You work on these fake punts all the time, but you don't call them all the time. But the coach saw something, executed it perfectly, called it at the right time, and got a shot in the arm, get some energy, snap into the up back, completing the pass.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Across the 35. Smashes through the tackle. And he's running in the open. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy...
Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Penn State!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this, a running back that can play wide receiver? He can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You, keep being aggressive.
Trying to get to it. Buying some time. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
A little screen to the running back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking for a huge play. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. First down here for the offense. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. It's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch pail.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On second down, wants to throw. Got his man down the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Fights off a defender. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
On the play. Second down.
They'll line up for a second down play. Quarterback will audible. On second down, he'll let it fly. Pulls it in. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, I just can't find any answers.
They go to the draw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And they sniff that draw out. When the draw, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field. But the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Into the end zone. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
Those are teaching moments. Close games down the stretch. I know you're in the first half here, but when you get outside the pocket and you're in scoring range already, those are tough pills to swallow. You can't give up points. You can't give up fourth down opportunities. Bad play, big mistake, but still a lot of time left in the game where you can make it up.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there, the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Brown. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. Quarterback keeps it. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. On to attempt to try.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time?
Oh, he dropped it! And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate. Touchdown, Penn State! The defense takes matters into their own hands. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Yeah, you should go to the offense like, bro, we don't need you. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense, doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point in the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much more.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Bargava. Oh, the pirouette gets him loose. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Makes the grab on the left.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. He'll just keep slinging it. Takes a shot as he lets it go. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Alabama.
Number 0. Catch and score.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Fast motion from the offense. He's looking to throw. Dances away. Throws for the tight end. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. That deficit's still pretty big, and they'll try to get it right back and cut into it with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
The Nittany Lions get it past the sticks.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. He wants to throw. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the beatdown has ensued. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Going up top on first down. He tries to take the top off. And he reels it in inside the 30. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Penn State 38, Alabama 13.
First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Pressure coming. Looking to scramble. Hit as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Quarterback now breaking the field. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown tie.
Alabama, number 1 in the end zone.
Here comes the 2-point try.
6-9-1, Gator Smart. Terrier. Come on, set. Timber.
He'll set up to throw. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
The two-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score for Penn State.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
19.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse. The ball pops out. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. On the ground, it's Green. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
He's looking to throw it. They're bringing heat. He'll pull it down and run. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. Wants to throw on first down. He makes a grab. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back in the 13.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. With the catch, it's Odom. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th down, going to the air. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
Alabama, number 18, hauls in the end zone.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Wide receiver shows motion. Wants to go up top. Now adjusting. He's looking. Pressure's coming in. The pressure gets there, and down he goes, and they won't be able to cut into this lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. He took the risk bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The last time they had it, they weren't secure with the football and put it on the ground, David.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that will cause for you to be a little bit conservative, but keep doing you. Put that behind. It's one mistake, Jesse. Move on.
I've always been a fan of getting that guy who fumbled it, the ball back early. You got to let that guy turn the page. They need him to make plays if they're going to win this game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Wide open downfield. Got a lot of running room. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra pointer right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Akron rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's looking on the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
This offense has a 2nd down play. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Fires and picked off. Takes it the other way. The 30. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. On the run, it's Hill. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Nine-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. The give to the back. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's the handoff.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Whew, boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he zing that thing in there? Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Got his man downfield. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Fires to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. And he tacks on the extra point. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Offense gets set for 2nd down.
Let's go.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Looking to throw on 2nd down. A shot toward the end zone. And the pass hits, picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Right on target this time. Offense uses a timeout, 17 seconds left on the clock. Don't always have to get rid of it quickly if you have that type of protection and enough time for a receiver to run that slow-developing route.
No doubt. He comes across the field. There's going to be a time where he's going to be open. Nice job by the QB seeing it, delivering the strike with the great protection.
Off play action on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Timeout.
And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw.
Picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Getting some heat. He lets it fly. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he breaks into the open. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.